Minutes ago.
He's brought down at the 31. 11 yards on the play. Brings up third down and 12.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Richard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
It's fourth down.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call.
First and goal.
So first and goal from the 9-yard line. On the ground, Richard. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
This is Richard. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Richard, the ball carrier.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jags have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Jaguars 7. Bengals nothing.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
On the carry.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. And we got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
first down. Mixon. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A pass there, complete to Westbrook. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Let's get off the field. Mark 55. Mark 55.
Now a handoff to Richard. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
The ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, Bengals nothing. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color, right?
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Throwing on third and long. Westbrook. And that'll bring up fourth down as his Cincy defense stands up on third.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Off play action, it's Minshew. And that is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Play is a turnover on downs.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or...
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. It's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Ryan Switzer.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he
now Burrow loses the football, and the Jags grab it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. On the ball.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Well, that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes the score 21-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Again, it's Mixon. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Joe Mixon on
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. 4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Burrow. And now here is another and the ball is knocked out. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Watch 9, watch 9.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his running back, Mixon.
Complete.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First down, here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Second and 10 now, Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Burrow. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
That it?
And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Jaguars 28, Bengals nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a...
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Quinton Dunbar with a pick. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together.
And my goodness, another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
At their own
off-play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Going to let one fly for Robinson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson, 72 yards. And the Jaguars continue to roll. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 16. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Jaguars 42, Bengals nothing. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 17.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly because...
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
17. But it brings up 3rd
gun on third down is Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Burrow. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Mixon with a first down and more. And down to the 16-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he takes this down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Joe Mixon, the
tough day, tough sledding right there, and has been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Bengals 3.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Minshew sets to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a kick for Richard. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets up.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, 56 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
The 33-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 32-yard line.
Here's Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down now, Richard. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard, and he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, 71 yards. And it's for pride now, but the Bengals get a bit closer.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
As my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for John Ross. Incomplete. He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.
don't know better, I'm on this every